Hello, what is up YouTube? My name is G3Iron, and we just got some news from Bex from Grinding Gear Games, the community manager, that we will be able to target preferred maps. If you've been paying attention to Path of Exile news and rumors and announcements, especially to Bay Class, then you knew that the system was coming, but we didn't know when. And sure enough, it is coming in 3.10. It won't be available to us on patch day. Let's dive into what these preference slots will be in the 3.10 Atlas and when they'll be available. So this is a screenshot from in-game. You will have 3 slots that will appear next to your Watchstone sockets on your Atlas when you were observing it. Your first slot, it shows, gets unlocked. Your second slot gets unlocked. Your third slot gets unlocked. You can then put a map that you would like to select in a particular region into that particular slot. You don't need to have the actual physical map, but you will get to select a map that you will put into each of these slots. So first, just like the text says, you'll select a slot, then select a map on your Atlas to set it as your favorite map. Favorite maps will have a higher chance of dropping. Now, we're all asking, what does that mean? Let's get to that. A couple of questions and a couple of answers from Bex thus far on the map system. So first off, is this saying that it will not be available on launch, right? Soon after the patch, that this new implementation of a favored system will not be out with 3.10.0, so it won't be there on launch. When you first rush to maps, most likely it will not be there on Friday, Saturday, or whatever day of the week it is in your region of the world when launch goes live for 3.10. That's what Bex has confirmed, that this change won't be available upon launch. However, it will be available when one of the soon after patches comes out. Those patches, generally speaking, based on GGG's track record, are usually within 2 to 5 days of League launch. The question came up, can we have all of the same map for all 3 of those favorite slots? And the answer to that is yes. That means if you just want to target farm one particular map, like a divination card map because you're a Magic Find player, you can do that. So you can heavily influence the style of maps that are going to drop on your Atlas as you are farming in 3.10 Delirium League. The next question that came up in the thread that Bex responded to is, do we have to unlock these somehow, or are they all unlocked from the start of the Atlas? And then also, can we put unique maps in there? And then what's the percentage chance of each slot that they give? We'll get to that again in just a moment. Here's Bex's response. It doesn't work with unique maps. The requirements to unlock each slot will be in the tooltip. Number 1, you will unlock this first slot by completing all non-unique maps in this region. Secondly, unlock this slot by completing all bonus objectives on non-unique maps in this region. And the third slot will unlock by completing all awakening bonus objectives on non-unique maps in that region. So everything is going to be region locked. So if there's a particular map in a particular region that drops a particular type of divination card that is very, very valuable, you can be sure a lot of players are going to be target farming that in 3.10 Delirium League. So of course, with everything GGG related, when it comes to numbers, this is pretty vague, right? Just saying something has a higher chance. Well, thankfully, Bex actually came out and gave us some numbers. Each time you favorite a map, it gains a 10 times multiplier to its drop chance when a map of that tier drops. You can stack this multiplier on a single map up to 3 times in a single region, giving a map a 30 times multiplier to its drop chance. Just to be clear, this doesn't increase the amount of maps that will drop, right? This is not a buff to the quantity of maps that will drop, but rather it makes it much more likely that your favorite map will drop. So here's an example. I'm so glad that Bex gave us an example because I'm a simple man and I deal in simple numbers. As an example, if you have 20 tier 16 maps completed and a single map with a 30 times multiplier on it, you'll have 19 maps all with a weight of 1, and your favorite map will have a weight of 30 making it quite likely to be chosen. We've implemented this really quickly and are still checking through everything, so the numbers may be adjusted before tomorrow, but this is how it is currently. So expect changes before this thing goes live, but nonetheless, this is great news for anybody that wants to target farm maps, that has particular layouts that are their favorites, or just in general wants to narrow the pool of potential map drops for the 3.10 Delirium leak. If you fall into any of those categories, feel free to drop a comment down below. Let us know what your thoughts and your reactions are to this particular preferential system. I'm going to go start target farming maps because I can, and GGG is going to allow it in 3.10, and I'm stoked. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope that 3.10 is the league a Mirror of Calandra drops for you. Thanks for watching that video. If you'd like more information on any of our discussion points today, you can see them down below in the video description. If you'd also like to join our Discord or support our Patreon, you can do so with the links down below. Thanks again, and big shout out to all of our Patreon supporters.